Hey, welcome to Spit in the Bit. We're on the Derby Trail, and it takes us down to the fairgrounds in New Orleans for the Louisiana Derby. It's a mile and 3/16 on the dirt, which now we're talking business. Now we're getting some serious distance for these horses, and it's kind of a fun race. You have like Chip Honcho, who's just made a name for himself, and is a Derby contender. But then you have some others that fell off, have to prove themselves again. Universe and I don't want to say Golden Temple fell off a lot, but still needs to take that step forward to prove he's legit. And Blacksmith, and then you have a couple of fun, lightly raced horses that could really make some noise. That could be big time contenders after Saturday. You have Easterly, and then Emerging Market, who was very impressive in his last race in his
Debut race.
yeah. Yeah, his debut is one and only. He was sensational. So I'm anxious to see what these horses can do. Again, we have a variety of it. We have experience, inexperience, so different styles. And then I don't think any of them have gone this distance before. So it's a longer race than they've ever run. So
Right.
all of them. So we'll see how they like the extra distance, and I think most of them will like it. It's who will like it the most, kind of. So, with all that said, Kev, what do you think of the race, and who do you like?
Speaking of what you ended with there on your intro, I'm on Emerging Market. I know it's only his second race, but boy, looked pretty dang impressive at Tampa 5 weeks back there.
Really impressive, yeah. He, who is it that he beat today? It was one horse you liked a lot.
Power Shift.
Power Shift. Power Shift, I thought had a really good trip. Had a really everything kind of fell his way, and I don't think you can save that same for Emerging Market, who had a little bit of a tougher trip, and boy, looked good finishing and winning that thing. That's why I have winning as well. I think we both have number 9 Emerging Market. So
Yeah, Chad Brown shipping in, and because I find it interesting that after a maiden special weight debut, mile and a 40 at Tampa, it's going right to a mile and 3/16. You know what I mean? There's other races he could have gone to
yeah,
for the second race, but he must really believe this horse is going to like the distance, in my opinion. Because after such a strong debut, to me, it's the only, for such a good trainer who's utilized multiple tracks to get to the Derby or the Preakness, is choosing to go to the track with a mile and 3/16. You know what I mean? It's another
yeah.
reason why I really believe in this combo and this horse.
All right, and I agree. I am excited to see this horse. Well, again, I watched the first race, but I'm excited to see this horse go again in a little tougher company. So, who do you like second?
I'm actually back on Golden Tempo. I shouldn't even say back on. I'm not as concerned with Golden Tempo. This last race, I think it was decent. I actually think from a numbers standpoint, you can make a case that it was better than its previous race. To me, he keeps gradually improving. He lost to Paladin, won that race. The Risen Star, speaking of, Chip Honcho was second. But Golden Tempo went 4 wide and continually closed the gap on them. He's got an extra 16th of a mile to do it. I don't think it's going to, I could be wrong, but I think I speculate the pace will be a little stronger than it was in the Risen Star, a little more like the Lecomte. And I think he's got a good chance of going after the horses that are fighting for the lead in the stretch.
Yeah, I think some
Golden
horses are.
Tempo number 2.
Yeah, I do too. And just to add to what you're saying, I think a lot of these horses are going to like the extra distance, but I think Golden Tempo is going to like it the most. He's going to benefit the most by that. He falls so far behind so early, and then has to make up so much ground. So he has
Right.
more distance to make up that ground. He can do that. That'll benefit him. So I'm with you. And you know, it's by curling, so distance is going to just he's going to love more and more distance. So
Yeah,
um,
we might be looking at a really solid Belmont horse, a 1.5 mile horse. Um,
for sure, for
a
I think he will.
Modongo type.
Yeah, I would think that. Um, and then third,
I have Chip Honcho.
me too.
I think this is a really good horse. If it were like if this horse finishes third in this race or something, if I'm Asmussen, personally, his running style, I think this horse would be knockout contender for the Preakness.
Yeah,
At this distance,
yeah, I
yeah,
like Chip Honcho a lot. I've picked him to hit the board every race that
mhm.
he's been in, and really like him. Again, though, I only have him third. I like the other two better. And I agree with you. The
Yeah,
distance,
previous Lecomte, he got caught wide um, on both turns. And he still, he was right there up until the very end.
yeah,
No, I think this is a really good horse. I If it's a super slow pace, he's dangerous.
yeah, yeah. Won the Gun Runner, second in the Risen Star, uh, fourth in the Lecomte, but that was a tough trip.
Mhm.
So yeah, just Chip Honcho's a quality horse. I don't know where he's at point wise, but I know he's got a handful of points. He maybe doesn't need to win this race to get in the Derby. I think he can get
Well,
in
finishing in
by
the money, I think he would
yeah,
have a really strong because there's always some. I think he's got an excellent chance of being in the Derby,
yeah.
just finishing in the money.
Yeah, and I
Because
think
he's
that's where he's at, and I could see that happening. Well, I could see him winning this race, but you know,
Mhm.
I'm a fan of Chip Honcho, but don't have him winning. I'm
Yeah, I
very
mean, he finished
excited.
second to the
The
the current
Paladin,
Derby,
yeah, the Paladin, yeah,
and and he made him fight. I mean,
yeah.
Paladin had to fight for it.
So all right, terrific. And we have the same first, second, third. We go number nine, Emerging Market, um, number five, Golden Tempo, number three, Chip Honcho, but we differ on our fourth horse or the horse that could upset our picks. I'm going with number seven, and we talked about this earlier. Baffert rarely ships to the fairgrounds. And so for him to
Off the top
ship,
of my head, I can't think of a time, to be honest. I'm sure
yeah,
that it's happened. I can't think of one recently,
yeah.
but
So
um,
that's odd,
we
and that
talked a
makes
little
me
bit
go,
about. I think, well, you and I talked about it. I think he really liked how Blacksmith handled running up against a litmus test in
Los
the La Salle
Alamitos.
Future,
Yeah,
because that's a
Los.
very similar track layout in that very long stretch, little tighter turns. Um, I think he's going to like this long fairgrounds stretch at a mile and 3/16 to take a run at, and hope that those in front tire out a little bit because you're there often. San Anita is not a great track to try and close distance on people.
Nope.
Uh, you're up against it if you have to. So if he can run that La Salle Futurity race, um, and after coming off of his maiden win, yeah, it's not going to surprise me that this horse runs people down.
Yeah, good horse, and again, Baffert has him there for a reason. So, who do you have fourth? Who's your outsider?
I got another Southern California horse shipping in. But I like Doug O'Neill's horse, Pavlovian, coming off the Sunland Derby win. Um, I think he's got a solid turn of foot. I think being at that post, he's got a chance to dictate the pace potentially, or at least maybe hope that Chip Poncho gets um, caught wide or breaks poorly. Um, so I like Pavlovian, but I like Blacksmith too.
There we go. It should be a good race. Fairgrounds uh, has a long home stretch, and we have the extra distance in the race. We have some outstanding horses. We had emerging market. We can see how he does with the against the big dogs. We got Chip Honcho. The Chip Honcho, you know, stamp his ticket to the Kentucky Derby. He's kind of the big name there. You got Golden Tempo, who's going to really enjoy this distance. So yeah, a lot of stuff to watch.
Yeah, and I mean, I think one of the buzz horses right now. Well, since that debut race, Chad Brown's emerging market. So people are going to be really curious about, is he the real deal?
Yep, and we think he is, but we'll see. We'll find out on Saturday.
Yes,
So,
we will. Good luck.
you too. Enjoy the races and make some money.
Perfect. Talk later.